Welcome back. In this video, I'll talk about cargo audit and why we should be using it within our projects and maybe even integrating it into our CI/CD pipelines. All right, it's not a secret that dependency management and monitoring is super important. So like we do in JavaScript, we scan for vulnerabilities in our packages. We should do exactly the same thing in Rust. So we should always scan for vulnerabilities, traverse the dependency tree to find any vulnerable crates that we have. So in Rust, there is Rust Advisory Database, which publishes all publicly known vulnerabilities inside of Rust crate. And there is also cargo audit tool that we can use to just traverse dependency tree in our own application to find vulnerable crates that include vulnerabilities from Rust Advisory Database. So here is an example. We have Chrono crate, and cargo audit just literally traversed the dependency tree, found Chrono with version 0.419, and saw that it has a potential seg fault in local time invocations, vulnerability in Rust Advisory Database. So cargo audit just reported it to us. And if we want to learn more, we can just visit this URL and even provide the solution for us to upgrade it to a higher version. So we could either just manually do cargo audit every time we build, or we could integrate it into CI/CD pipeline. There is also Dependabot in GitHub, which even pushes PR with fixed versions. You could also use that one. To be honest, not always we should try and upgrade the version for the sake of fixing that vulnerability. In many scenarios, those are not exploitable when it comes to your own project, your own packages, and trying to upgrade it, especially if it comes inside of the core crate that you use to build applications, like let's say Near SDK. If you try to upgrade it, maybe the whole Near SDK will break and you will spend like enormous amount of time just to find a way to make it work again. You should always find those dependencies, go over them, and determine which ones are easily upgradable without any issues and which ones can actually cause any trouble in your applications, and then upgrade them. So let me just show you how Rust Advisory Database look like. Yeah, here we go. So in here, we just have like all of the Rust issues discovered, and even we have severities in here. So for instance, let's go to November 2nd, 2022, vulnerability in conduit hyper denial of service. So yeah, we can see like a small description. We have reported issue dates, package. Click on it to see it in crates IO, type, category, and some details if you want to learn more. And here we can even have like a CVSS details that we can check out. We have like a patch and some unaffected version. You can also read through description in here. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to use. And yeah, I would always suggest anyone who's working with Rust applications to just use cargo audit like literally by default every time you build, or just integrate it into CI/CD just in case, so that you're at least aware of vulnerabilities and crates you have in your application. So let's move forward. So here are some handy Rust tools. I won't be going into details in them because of time constraints, and I'm planning to actually release a separate course covering some fuzzing and other cool stuff. So here is like a cargo audit that we already covered. There is like a Rust Miri Interpreter to discover some memory issues. There is cargo Geiger. Actually, cargo Geiger is pretty nice, but again, I mean, we should always just go deeper inside which crates we use and whether it's actually exploitable. But if you see some unsafe code inside of your core crate, maybe it's a good idea to just take a look at them, just in case. There is cargo Tarpaulin, just best coverage, which is always good. Rust Analyzer, I guess everyone already had it by default, but just in case I put it there, like code completion, code checking, just makes everything easier to use. Cargo Expand, Rust macros expanding, might be a good thing to learn about some macros we use without thinking how they were built. And those guys might include some vulnerabilities inside. So it's always a good idea to expand your macros, at least know how they were built and what they actually produce back. Cargo fast, honk fast, faster. To be honest, I'm more using honk fast recently because of nice UI and how they display all the information. And while grind discover memory leak. Yeah, as I said before, I'm planning to release fuzzing courses, or at least like a couple of videos explaining how to do fuzzing. So yeah, that's why I decided not to include fuzzing in this near security course. But if you can't wait, you can always go to, let me actually open it up. There is fuzzing labs. Fuzzing labs. It should be here. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, here you go. Let me open it up. Yeah, so I know this guy. He's amazing. He produces amazing set of courses, especially on fuzzing. And he has Rust Security Audit and Fuzzing course. So it has some stuff that we already talked about. But in addition to this, he also teaches fuzzing. So if you want, you can also get this course. Strongly suggesting you do. Amazing guy, amazing course. You won't regret it. All right, so that's all for this video. I guess the next one will be, yeah, we're actually moving forward with near Rust smart contract security, and we're going to start with access control issues. All right, see you in the next video.